Hey guys, it's your girl Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about this really hot question today. Dairy and acne. So does dairy cause acne? And in general, should you be avoiding dairy? So I can't wait to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Oh, you have two different kinds of dairy products. So there is the non-organic, conventional. So what you find in your typical grocery store. And then there is, organic, raw. So you're gonna see, I opened this already, so I put it in like a Ziploc baggie, but it has the organic certification right there, so it's certified organic, and the ingredients are much different. So is dairy bad? I'm gonna talk to you guys a bit about that and kind of give you my opinion. If you guys are new to me and this is your first time watching my video, hi, and you haven't subscribed or followed along in my journey, I used to struggle with really bad acne, and I had a long journey just trying to find out. I always never wanted to give up. I just said there's something wrong here. I don't just have acne for a reason. I don't believe it's just genetics. I don't believe that just because my mom had acne, I have acne. Like, genetics do play a role, but you are in control of your health, and you can always, I believe, you can always get rid of something if you put your mind to it. So I discovered that the foods I was eating weren't really helping to support my skin. Like, I was getting breakouts and there was a reason for it. So I'm not going to delve into it, but basically I believe that beauty is inside out. So what you're putting in your body in terms of what you're eating is going to show on your skin. Your skin is your largest organ, and it protects all of your vital organs and intestines, and just basically allows your body to work and thrive. It holds the body together. And if your skin is breaking out, getting eczema, any other conditions, or just aging really quickly, then you need to take a look at your diet and your stress level. So first of all, let's pull out the conventional cheese again. And so dairy isn't just cheese, obviously. There's different types of dairy. I'm sure you guys know. It can be from like yogurts to butter to cheese to ice cream. All those products have dairy. So what are the ingredients? So let me just look at it. So it has milk, obviously, modified milk ingredients, bacterial culture, salt, microbial enzyme. Okay, so one of the big things is modified milk ingredients. So that is actually in most dairy today, if not all conventional dairy. You'll find that ingredient, modified milk ingredients. And I found out that it's umbrella for so many different ingredients. So I did a lot of research, and I found that products with the word modified milk ingredients can have, synthetic chemicals, toxins, and milk ingredients that have been modified, so that have been scientifically changed, and their chemical molecular structure, molecular structure has been changed, so our body doesn't recognize this, and it causes inflammation. So inflammation is basically, I think of redness immediately, like when my skin gets red, but it just causes like high inflammation in the body, and which causes aging. So not cool. So that cheese that you think is so harmless that you put on your pizza could actually be aging you. Girl, gotta get rid of that cheese. Pull out the organic cheese and we'll read the ingredients. So this has organic raw whole milk, salt, microbial enzyme, and bacterial culture. So there's no modified milk ingredients. The organic raw whole milk is basically raw. So what that means is that, so conventional milk, I should have put it down, conventional milk, like the milk in this cheese, it has been pasteurized. So it kills all the enzymes, all the nutrients. So it's basically nutrient depleted and full of chemicals. So no, that is not a whole living food. But this cheese, it has raw enzymes, it's the whole milk, so it hasn't been altered, hasn't been processed or anything, and it's just a much better choice. So I do still consume, this is actually my cheese. That other one is my mom's. I'm like, you need to stop buying this. I'm like, you gotta stop buying that cheese. Like, I know cheese is expensive, this isn't cheap, but you just eat less of it, and you shouldn't be eating cheese every day anyways. Dairy products, so not even just talking about cheese, but dairy products in general are not very acidifying, but are more acidic than alkaline, just like meats and any foods like that. Wheat, any breads, they're more acidifying than alkalizing. So you always want to balance that out. So what I usually do is I'll have like a big smoothie, and then if I want to make some avocado toast, so I'll do some sprouted bread, avocado, and I'll put like a couple thin slices of cheese. So I really have it very sparingly, and I do it more as a treat, maybe 2 times a week. So it's about not eating as much and just eating a little bit, but It is also full of a lot of probiotics and good bacteria too, which are really good for your gut health. I will put my probiotic video at the end of this video so you guys can take a look at it. I'm like doing all this hand stuff. But like, yeah, so you guys can take a look at it, because I think probiotics and gut health, well, I know from myself, my own story and seeing it work with clients, that's the crucial #1 step to clearing up your skin. So you need to watch that video. So now that we understand the distinction between bad dairy and good dairy, and how much to have it, how do you know if you are allergic to dairy, or you're lactose intolerant, you're just sensitive? So this is really easy to know. Usually with dairy, you'll find that you're gonna get stomach cramps. So if you're unsure that it's dairy, just try and consume dairy on its own. So usually people who are intolerant will start to have a reaction right away, and they'll get stomach cramps, they'll start to feel bloated, they'll have to go to the bathroom. So you'll feel those symptoms right away, and that's how you know that your body can't handle dairy at this time. Now, I believe through healing your gut that you can have some good forms of dairy down the road, and of course it's different for every person, but right now I would avoid dairy if you're getting those symptoms and signs. So you can just like shut off this video now and just don't eat dairy, okay? Okay. So actually don't shut off, because I'm still saying good things about products that you can probably have. So actually this one thing that I'm going to show you guys next. So actually these 3 things are, okay, that's 2. 3. So I have 3 products here that I'm going to talk to you guys a bit about quickly about the dairy products that I consume daily. So this is ghee. So ghee is basically the milk solids from, okay, scratch that. It is the fat from milk. So basically it's butter, and butter has been like heated for so long that all the milk solids evaporate, and it's left with this ghee. So it smells like, has like a really interesting scent, but it tastes so good. So I use it to cook. It can withstand very high heat, and it's a very good source of medium chain triglycerides, so really healthy fats. And I like to cook my eggs in it. I'll cook, saute vegetables. I'll use it to cook anything, even sweet potato, anything. I'll use this guy to basically cook my food. And just amazing for the body, balances the hormones, clears up acne, is great for the skin. And usually people who are intolerant to dairy can actually eat ghee, because it doesn't have the milk solids. So, but some ghee has a little bit of the milk protein, so if you're really sensitive, I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, if you're just intolerant, you can give it a try. And it lasts forever too, it's concentrated. And then the secondary product that I do daily is Kieffer. So Kieffer has been fermented. So Kieffer and BioK. So I can kind of talk about these two at the same time. So BioK is a fermented milk as well. It's fermented a lot longer than Kieffer, so it has a lot more probiotics, good bacteria, which I explained in my other video. But basically all you need to know about probiotics and good bacteria is that it makes up your gut lining. So you eat food, it goes through your stomach, it gets digested, broken down, and then it goes through your intestinal wall. And when it's going through there, all the nutrients from the food are absorbed. And if you don't have enough good bacteria, which can easily happen with stress, eating really bad, sugary, crappy, eating foods like this every day, then you lose your good bacteria. Stress is huge, by the way. It gets rid of that, so when you don't have enough good bacteria to absorb the nutrients, you're gonna get less nutrients from your food. And then also what happens is that your intestinal lining starts to make holes, so it basically wears down because you're not getting enough good bacteria. I'm trying not to make this as really confusing, but basically it will start to have holes or punctures, and this is called leaky gut. And then the food particles will actually go into your bloodstream, and this is what causes allergies and allergic reactions. So not good. So that's why probiotics are really good. So there's my short little explanation. So this is why I love to incorporate Kieffer and BioK. This is 50 billion per drink, so it's a lot more concentrated. I would say the Kieffer is, I'm actually not sure what it is exactly. I know that this brand here, I remember when I was in school, so it is still quite considerable. I would say, 20 billion. One of my teachers, she is obsessed with probiotics, and she actually taught me so much. She was always awesome, because I was always so tempted, because so many people were always saying dairy's so bad, avoid dairy, don't even have it in your life, girl, you have acne, get rid of it. And I was always feeling well, like, I get about the, like, you know, the conventional dairy and the bad dairy and stuff, but like, what about the good, like, organic dairy? Like, why can't I have that in a balance, you know? And so she always helped me to, you know, think against the grain. And she always said, you know, like, I believe that dairy is great for your body, just the kind of dairy that you're buying. So when you ferment dairy, it actually helps to obviously increase the nutrient content, increase the probiotics, and this I put in my smoothie. I wouldn't say I do it every single day, maybe like 3 times a week, and yeah, I do about like a couple tablespoons or something. I just kind of pour it in, and it's like a liquid drink, so you can even mix it with like strawberries, or sometimes I like to do like mango, and I like to add spinach. I like to add greens and everything because it's like all those amazing antioxidants and, you know, anti-inflammatory, no sugar. So I'll add that with the Kieffer, and it's delicious, and I know that I'm getting all my good bacteria, and it's really helping my skin. And then last but not least, the BioK. I try and do one of these every day, just because it has such a high dose of good bacteria, and it's a whole food form. So in my probiotic video, I recommend a probiotic, so a capsule that I take. So you can take a capsule, you don't have to take this, especially if you're dairy intolerant. They do now have different forms, like with rice and with like hemp protein and different things like that. But if you can handle dairy and you want to switch up your probiotic and try something new, this is great because it's a whole food form, so it doesn't cause any inflammation. Because when you take a capsule, it can sometimes cause irritation to your stomach, especially if, you know, you're having bad digestion and you know, you don't have a really great digestive system. This is just a lot more digestible, and yeah, if you're detoxifying and, you know, you're okay with dairy and it's fine, but you want to do like a candida detox or like a liver detox or just a whole body kind of detox, because now it's the new year, right? And you want to do, you know, start being more diligent with what you're eating, and not just for January, guys. Please carry it on for the whole year, okay? Don't give up. I would really recommend not having dairy on a detox, just because you want to alkalize your body as best you can. I wouldn't do that on a detox because you want to get the best effects. So that was my last little hint, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below if you guys have any questions or want to give me any hints or tips that you've learned about dairy. I'm always open to hearing it. And yeah, hit subscribe, and there's the probiotic video that you guys can check out and learn more. And yeah, bye guys.